Hey guys, Kassan here, and I want to make this video tonight because I want to talk to you about how to accumulate Bitcoin in a legitimate and sustainable way. There are so many different opportunities out there, and some of them are really great and some of them are really scammy, and I want to talk to you about how you can start to actually build wealth with a legitimate mining opportunity, primarily through the power of compounding. So that's what I'd like to chat about. I'm sure you guys saw my video a few days ago about why mining is going to be successful in the coming years. And in this video, I just want to get a little bit deeper into the numbers and how you can actually profit when you start compounding your mining assets. So we've got a little quote here, Albert Einstein: "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it." So, when you start mining, you are purchasing an asset that will produce Bitcoin for you. So you do not have to rely on the market being volatile. When Bitcoin is becoming more globally accepted and a more usable currency, this will benefit you in the same way as these huge dips benefit short-term traders. You're purchasing a physical piece of equipment. So you're not buying an idea or a concept or a chart. You're buying a physical piece of equipment like this little guy over here that will produce Bitcoin for you. And it will be plugged into a supercomputer like this guy down here. And all of the mining that is done by legitimate companies will be posted on third-party websites that record all of the Bitcoin that's mined, who mined it, the hash rate distribution. You can find all of that on third-party websites when you're working with a legitimate company. So I have a chart here from blockchain.info, which is a little bit hard to see, so I also put the website down here if you want to check it out for yourself. Plus, it'll be a lot more reliable because they update it every 24 hours. So I think this one's probably a little bit older. So I encourage you to check that out. Because you were mining with a network, you also have the ability to accumulate a lot faster than you would on your own. If you were mining on your own, you would have to purchase the entire $500, you'd have to earn the entire $500 that a share costs in order to buy another one. Whereas when you're working with a network of people that are all trying to accumulate mining shares and Bitcoin as fast as possible, you can purchase partial shares because everyone is buying equipment daily. So there's always opportunity to buy more equipment even before you have accumulated enough to buy a whole new piece. So that's the benefit to working with, some of the benefits of working with a legitimate network company that mines Bitcoin. So now we're going to talk about the actual numbers involved. So these numbers are numbers from my actual mining, my mining results. This is from my account. I've taken the numbers from having one share in each mining pool, how much you would be making on day one, based on the price of Bitcoin as of today, 10 minutes ago when I was putting together these slides for you guys. So every share that you purchase will last for 1,000 days, and you can reinvest when you have 2.5% of a share. So I put the numbers for that up in this top row here. So for the $500 share, it's $12.50. The $1,000 share, it's $25, and the $2,000 share, it's $50. So that's 2.5% of a share. And so on day one, you will be making, this is based on what I was making, I do make 0.0002 Bitcoin when you have one share. That's what you'll make every day on your $500 share, 0.0004 on your $1,000 share, and 0.0008 on your $2,000 share. For the sake of these charts, I'm not going to add each 2.5% to reduce the amount of days it'll take you to get a full new share. This will reduce the time it takes. However, it makes the math really complicated, and this way you can just be pleasantly surprised when it takes a little bit less time. These are mostly just examples to show you how the compounding process works. So it takes 40 cycles to accumulate 100% of a share. So basically all we have to do is take $12.50 divided by the $1.31 we're making every day. So 9.6 days to accumulate 2.5% of a share. Multiply that by 40. And so on day 381, we will have 200% or 2 full shares if we've been reinvesting 100% of our mining profits. So then I will go down to this next slide, and I carried this out just doing the same process. I went to 7 shares on day 748. These numbers, you can take them, you can go as far in as you want, you can start adding in that 2.5% every day to show you how much faster it can accumulate. But basically you just take however much you're earning daily, divide it by 12.5, and then that'll be how much you get that's how many days it'll take you to get 2.5% of a share. And then to figure out your whole full new share, you just times it by 40. So for your second share, it's going to take 190 days. And then the rest of them, I didn't put how many days, I just put the total days on here. So by day 748 at this current rate, you will have 7 shares, and these will be your daily payouts based on these numbers. So why compounding works. Every time you earn 2.5%, the amount of Bitcoin you earn daily will increase. Every time the amount of Bitcoin you earn daily increases, the fewer days it'll take to earn another share. This means that within a few years, it is very possible to be earning multiple Bitcoin per month. I've used very modest numbers, rounding down. So if you reinvest 100% and always purchase the minimum 2.5% it takes to reach a full share will be decreased. Basically, I just wanted to show you guys the minimum results with simple math, so it was really easy to follow via a video. So these numbers will allow you to calculate your potential earnings on your own. I also accounted for no growth in Bitcoin, so that's if it stayed at the 6,500 it's at today. I can tell you personally, when I started mining, it would have taken me 480 days to reach that 200%, whereas in the numbers I just showed you based on today, it would only take 380, which is like 100 days difference, which is crazy, and Bitcoin is on a bit of a dip. I didn't do the numbers when it was at its high, but I'm sure when it gets back up there, I will make another video to update you guys on what it looks like then. I also only counted initial share purchases, so as we can see, the first full share takes the longest to accumulate. So if you purchase your second or third full share at the very beginning, you'll see higher payouts much faster, and it will compound substantially faster. So these projections are based on today's market, so there's no guarantees, obviously, that these will be your specific earnings, especially because it is a volatile market. My personal opinion is that Bitcoin prices will go up, but obviously you never know, and you obviously never know what might affect the hash power that we have, if mining is going to be more or less difficult. My projection on that is also that it'll be relatively the same until 2020 when we have the next halving, but I obviously cannot promise you that or promise you your mining earnings. Also, compounding will allow you to make more with less. However, obviously, however much you put into the beginning, the faster you're going to compound and the faster you're going to see those really substantial daily payouts. Also, you do not have to promote to make money. All of these numbers have nothing to do with promotion. These are entirely passive investment earnings, what you would make just putting in your money and letting it sit there with 100% reinvestment. So after your initial investment, your only responsibility is to decide how much you want to reinvest, how much you want to pull out, and what your timeline is for these things. And I highly recommend revisiting these 3 questions with some regularity. Obviously, you don't want to just ignore your mining shares. You want to make sure you're kind of checking out the market and how things are going with Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies, and you may want to change your answer to some of these questions along the way. So that is my compounding presentation for you guys. I just wanted to kind of go through some numbers so you can kind of see that there really is a lot of potential to make a substantial amount of money with mining, and compounding is the #1 tool you can use to do that. And I really wanted anyone out there who's been thinking about getting involved in a cryptocurrency project, investment, business, to see that mining really can give you the substantial profits you're looking for as an investment and as a business, and for you to be able to take advantage of this dip in the Bitcoin prices if you are thinking about getting started. So if you are interested in getting started with mining and you want any more information, feel free to either leave me a comment below this video or send me a personal message, and